Dear Diary, it is Sonia. It is, what is it, star date? I don't know. I think it might be the 21st of November. And the reason I think I know it might be the 21st of November is because I definitely know today, Thursday, is Empanada Day at Taco Bell. I love those apple fried pies. And tell me if you know what I'm talking about. And I fell in love with them. And then they took them off the menu. And I was so sad. Ever since, I've been sad for, I don't know, years. And now they're bringing back their decades menu. They have this whole menu again of old stuff that they had on the menu, and it went away. Taco Bell is pretty smart, you know, how they do that. They get you, they get you hooked on something and they take it away. And it's just that human nature of you want it before it's gone. Like, I love to study mindset, psychology, why humans do what we do. I find it fascinating, actually. Even in my spare time here on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, this is what I would put on at night, like just reaction videos. Like, I don't know, it could be somebody that is under trial or they have to provide testimony or whatever, and somebody reads their body language as they're answering. And then based on how their eyes move, or, they swallow, the twitches, what they're doing with their hands, all that sort of stuff can validate generally, like, if that's a lie or not, right? Or if the body movements support what you're saying for me to believe that. Anyhow, tell me if you're somebody else who finds that absolutely amazing. Like, I love that sort of thing. But yeah, when I think about like businesses and ones that, like, I know what you're doing. Other people may not, but I know what you're doing right there. And it worked because, anyhow, today is the day. Earlier in the month, they brought out all these other wonderful, delectables, and today is the day that this one launches. So I cannot wait because I'm going to have that tonight after work. And it's giving me something to look forward to. I've got a movie planned for tonight. I guess the Steelers are playing in a big game tonight. Matt's already talking about that. So we're going to go get tacos, and he's going to watch football. And then I also have a movie queued up in my head that I want to watch. So it's an old movie that I really want to see. And so he's going to do his thing. I'm going to do my thing. And it's going to be a beautiful evening. So anyhow, that's what I'm looking forward to tonight. Food and a good movie. So at the shop today, we are open. We're open 7 days a week. And currently, I say currently because, when you get into the dark part of the year, after the gift giving season, you get into after Christmas, I don't know, I might work with Matt to tailor our hours a little differently. We'll see. We'll see what it is when we get there. But that's what I love about business, is just giving yourself the permission that when you want to change something, you can change something. And you don't even have to announce it. You just start doing it. That's all you have to do, Yeah, I think so many people in business, which is probably why I love business too, because it's very mental. And so I truly enjoy business. And I love talking about that sort of stuff. So if you're following me, you'll see me do whatever I'm doing at the shop. But I also like to pepper in a little bit about, business and how it works. So I will tell you, I have been recently, I just feel like I've been getting the nudge to step back into my paint world. If you've been following me for a long time, I've been painting for a long time. You guys hung out with me painting furniture. We've done a lot of art over the years as well. At this juncture, I just love the idea of getting cozy and continuing to paint in my style, doing what I love to do, bringing forward whatever in the world. And I'm somebody that has always been drawn to what I call I've always called it shabby art, distressed art, messy art, loose, just whimsical art, Like my notebook has strawberry shortcake, right? Like, that's my vibe. I love that sort of stuff. My coffee over here has Hello Kitty onto it. Yes, you're never too old to appreciate some whimsical art. I don't know, it just feels really cozy, really nostalgic, and anyhow, I love it, and that's who I am. I am who I am. But I realize that in business, and I was saying this yesterday on my live here, that No matter what you do, I guarantee you'll find somebody who loves what you do, right? You can be a magnet for other people as well. That just, like right now, I'm just doing a talking video, and some of you guys might just love just to hang out and sit down and just listen to somebody chit-chatting about whatever in the background while you're scrolling on your phone and you're laying in bed, or, just to have company while you're doing dishes and you prop your phone up against the window and you just kind of want to get a window in onto what somebody else is doing. And so I hope my channel can be that for somebody else, and just to be inspiring and know that somebody else is out there as well building a creative business. And I call it creative business because, man, you have to be creative in business, especially nowadays, even more so. You really have to find ways to be creative with your budget. But I'm being creative in like offering different things. Different ways to offer different things, not just one thing, but multiple things related to it or in the world of whatever it might be, because it's just small business right now is really, it's really tough. I totally feel it. I see it. And when you have a history of it, you can really see how over the years, just changes that occur, right? Trends that occur, things that you are no longer doing that you thought you'd be doing forever. Just so many changes. So I think the biggest thing, if you work for yourself, you have to be brave and have to understand that you're always on shaky ground. Like there's nothing that is solid, and that's why it's so risky. And that's why not everybody does it. And that's why I heard a statistic one time that 1 out of 10 businesses fail in the first year. So you have to be a go-getter. And if you go into it knowing that, hey, this is going to be a struggle, but the payoff is big, because I don't know about you, but it's probably like around maybe, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the day or so here. And, I can talk to you guys as long as I want. I don't have to end a lunch break and go back to work. I worked really hard for somebody else and decided that, you know what, I can take what I do and apply that discipline to what I love to do and bring it to the world and work for myself. So I have been employed, kept myself employed now for over a decade doing my own thing. And I've definitely had to evolve. And that's okay. I've learned a lot, right? So I think one thing that's important is that you surround yourself with like-minded people. Find somebody online, other people that you admire that's doing something, just to help with the encouragement. And so, like I said, I hope my channel can be that for somebody else who's like, I'm trying to build something here. I'm just trying to find the encouragement. I just want to tune into somebody else who also knows what it's like. And yeah, just have, regular conversations. So I have started a 30-day challenge to myself. And depending on where you might watch me on social media, you might have seen me put up a post about how this is like, I think today is day 5 of a personal challenge of painting every day for myself. Yesterday on my live, you saw me do the little cozy Santa. I don't know where my other ones are. I did my tree. I've been doing ornaments. And today I'm going to paint again. But I've just been feeling these nudges from the universe that, I stepped away from doing a whole lot of painting when my business changed, and then we reopened and we reimagined, we reinvented ourselves, and the paint was always part of it, but there were so many things that I really feel like I didn't get to go as deep as I wanted. So I launched my own pack of Junk Monkey acrylic paints. They're here somewhere. Let me show you. The monkey. The monkey always lives. People are like, do you do your furniture paint anymore? No, because things changed. Things changed, and it's okay. So we put the furniture paint on pause, and this was always a dream. So this goes back. Just because I have always wanted to get into the world of creating my own art and having a business that is centered around painting, making cozy art, just, having a place in my shop where people can come in and they can pick up little things like, the painted ornaments and, some fun prints and greeting cards. Earlier this year, I started my own greeting card line and learned a lot about that. actually put myself on Fair as well. That was a whole other thing. I never told you guys about that, but I did my greeting card on Fair because I wanted to test of what it was like to be on a marketplace for other businesses. So I just did that pretty recently and received one order. So a bunch of my, what's that? I'm talking to myself. It's not live, but you can come say hey. And so where did that batch of cards go to? Somewhere, some bookshop purchased on Fair. Where was it?
I don't remember.
Idaho? No, somewhere in the Midwest, I think it was, right? And so anyhow, that was interesting. So I feel like I've learned a lot. And I've been seeing a lot of people come into the shop asking
It's about time for you.
about my art. What's that?
It's about time for your cards.
But what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. See? Yeah, we'll get there.
Never ends.
We'll get there. I got it all figured out now. He said, you know, it's time for the next season cards because we just did Halloween Samhain. What?
Do you know what time it is right now?
Is it empanada time?
It's empanada.
Empanada time! Oh, I'm down with that. Are you going to go get some?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, let me finish my video and then I'll switch off with you and then
Yeah,
you
and
can
then
go.
there's the kraut and stuff in the crock pot
For supper? Oh my gosh, we're going to be
We'll
stuffed.
go from Mexican to German.
Okay, sounds good. Mexican to German. Last night we picked up for the crock pot, because it's crock pot season, we picked up what? Sauerkraut,
Yeah.
Kibasi,
and,
buns,
sausage, right?
sausage, yeah, all the good stuff. So anyhow, I'm all about living the simple, cozy life, you know? It doesn't have to be too crazy. Just do what you love, eat what you love, spend time with what you love. So as we go into the dark half of the year, I'm just really thankful, you know, if everything that I've been through. I was saying to Matt today, like, you know, I'm just thinking about what I've learned, even in transitioning from the furniture paint to this brick and mortar store here in the metaphysical side, just, you know, over the last few years, there's times I wish I could get in a time machine and go back and I would change something. Like I would have never done XYZ or whatever. But at the end of the day, if you are happy with where you are right now, like I'm referring to things that happen, you know, and you're just like, I wish I'd never agreed to this, said yes to this. Why did I even open that door? You know, red flag, whatever. But you know, and something happens and you transition through it and you look and you're like, I'm never doing that again, right? Bought the t-shirt, gave it away. We ain't going back there no more. I always say, never lose, always learn. So as long as you learn something from it, absolutely, it's going to be fine. But you just keep learning a lot and keep adding. Now, it's when you don't learn that's when the problem happens, because you will keep repeating that same lesson again and again, right? So yeah, I really feel like I've learned a lot. And the business that I do now is, first and foremost, it is direct in person. We are a destination. People come, we're open, set hours, and I work really hard to, you know, keep the shop with Matt stocked. And, you know, every day we're here to attend to needs. And it is very demanding because, yeah, like I said, I've learned a lot. I feel like when I did the online business with Junk Monkey, I opened in a big store with Junk Monkey, and it was all my painted furniture and antiques and vintage items and DIY things, and then made my own paint with Matt and was not planning to put that out into the world. That took off at the time, and then really centered on that. And so I let go of all the big things, the big, you know, if I got a piece of furniture, it was to paint and then to sell and to move it along. And we went fully online actually when the pandemic happened, and you know, we were busy. And so you know, that was an amazing time to take an idea and to literally turn it into $1 million business plus. And then from there, everything changed. Wasn't expecting it. I think it's important, if you haven't followed me, that you know that part of the story, like how things just change. And so here we are now, and we've built another $1 million business from scratch. You can either pay for the shortcut and take a brand, you know, buy a brand. But we've always created businesses that were our ideas, bringing something to life that we wish existed and putting it out into the world. So with this current business, it has been a busy last few years. Like I said, I've learned a lot. maybe on the go daily on this channel. I'll share a little bit because I'd like to get back to daily posting. I really enjoy creating and sharing, storytelling, and connecting with other people. Again, being somebody that I wish I had somebody to tune into as well, like in that vein. So let me know if you enjoy listening. I'll keep talking. But yeah, learn so much. But the most important thing is I've learned is that if you really want to do it, you can do it. It's going to take some work, and it depends on how big you want to grow and how far you want to go. Everybody's different. Success means different things to different people. And also it can change at different points in your life. What I thought I wanted and what I did get, I changed. I mean, last year I sold my house. That was my dream house. And a lot of you guys followed and watched us go to build a business, to be able to purchase the home. And then we did work on the home. And then we lived there many moons. And then we opened this shop here, brick and mortar again. I think I started to tell you how online and brick and mortar are so different. Yeah, absolutely. That's a whole, tell me if you want me to go in deeper on that. I could just talk about so many things in business and how we've transitioned and what we've learned. All the things. But this side of business is very demanding. Like it takes a lot. And that's why sometimes you see me disappear, because I just might not feel like I want to film today. And old Sonia would just show up and film and do it anyhow. But like I say, I'm just in a point in my life where if I truly don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it just because I've always done it. I haven't filmed a thrift video on my thrift channel since last month. And that is because October was an extremely busy month for us here, and we had a lot of events and just a lot of things that took time and energy. And when you learn that everything in life is an energetic exchange, and what does that mean? It either gives you life or it sucks the life right out of you. Yeah, I think that's one of the hardest things for me with a brick and mortar business is that while I think it's called an omnivert. Like I'm extroverted. Like, yeah, we're going to have a good time. We're going to hang out. And I love to talk to people. I'm not afraid to talk to people, but I also have a limit. And then I need to kind of go recluse, right? Like then I put myself into my painting and my work and my self-expression, and it's meditative and I can refuel myself. But I cannot constantly go. It's going to wear me down. I am going to burn out. I will be a fried noodle. So that's one of the big things for me with online and with in person, going heavily in person 7 days a week, is that it's like company's always over, So you really have to just know yourself well enough to take the time away from what you're doing, like find other ways to be productive where you're not always accessible if that is what's important to you. Or maybe you can go. You just got to know yourself. But anyhow, one of the things that the universe has been nudging me on for a long time is to never give up on the dream. I'm doing it, but I'm just kind of doing it here and there and sporadically. But I want to go more into my art. And there's no time like the present, I also love, on a personal note, listening to older people, seniors. I used to be a reporter, and that was my initial training was journalism communications, which is why, I love to interview people and just hear about what they're doing. That is a true, that's authentically me, something I love to do, which is probably why I love to create content and put things out into the world. Kind of along that vein. There was something I was going to say. There was a reason I was saying this. What was I saying this? I could rewind this back. Anyhow, the point is that I need empanadas because I haven't ate today and it's after lunch. That's what it truly is. But I feel like at this juncture of my life, I'm leaning into what I want to do. And no apologies. I am who I am. I don't want to show up polished. I never was that way anyhow. But I just like true life. And I love watching other people make things happen as well, right? So I thought what I would do is document on this channel going forward. So a couple days ago, I started painting again. I'm doing my own personal painting 30-day challenge. And it can be anything for you, like whatever it is. I encourage you, if there's something that you want to grow, 30 days is amazing. I was just talking to a family member, and we were just kind of talking and, having an encouraging conversation. And I said, 30 days, if you want to stop that, that change something in your life, 30 days is what it takes. Now, I've also learned, because after I had basically a decade in journalism and I moved here to the US, I went on to further my studies in human resources, which is another communicating role, working with people. But I quickly learned that companies know that it takes 30 days to either create good habits or make terrible habits. And so the first 30 days of onboarding mentally is when a new employee will either adapt or learn bad habits from maybe another employee. But the point is that 30 days is the key for you to change your life, to get in sync with something, to fall into place. And so maybe somebody out there right now wants to do something, and it could be something as simple as like, I don't know, I want to get up earlier for the next 30 days. I want to paint for the next 30 days. I want to throw myself into this particular art for the next 30 days. I want to learn watercolor for the next 30 days. 30 days, you learn so much. You get a clearer vision, and you know where you're going, right? Like, you can get better, things get clearer, get sharper, you find what you like about it, you learn more about yourself. And so I think that's the big win. So I started a 30-day painting challenge, but the bigger portion of it is I want to step more into my canvas art, and I've been doing it for such a long time. I had a lady in my store here in the last 48 hours or so, and I have a bunch of my prints out. I'm actually going to be taking pictures of them today. But there's a section where all my prints are out, and it's just ones that I have left over. I haven't refilled them or anything, but Dream Your World into Being. We painted that one live with the Junk Monkey paints. This one here says she turned her cans into cans. If you don't believe that, I believe that, yes, you can create your own sunshine, and that, mentally, you can do anything that you put your mind to it. But that's what I was talking about the other day to a family member. Beautiful soul, believe in yourself. Yeah, if you want it, go get it, right? Whatever it is that you want. Let go to receive. Let go to receive. Sometimes, and it goes on, but these are some of the ones I still have printed. And anyway, she bought some of my artwork, and she came to the front desk, and she said, I love that artwork over there. And she said, do you have any more of it? And I said, I'm working on some things. I got a bunch of artwork that I haven't had a chance to turn into prints and cards and things like that. And she's like, you're the artist? And I said, yeah, absolutely. I'm Sonia. I said, that's the style of art that I love to do. And she said to me, she's like, well, do you have a website? Like, where can I follow you? Because once you see a customer here, you might never see them again. So they could be passing through, they could be transient, you don't know where they came in from. And I told her where she could follow me on social media, but there's not one place where you can find my art. And it's been a long time since I've had a dedicated website to my own art. You looking for me?
Oh, I was just seeing where you were at on the empanadas.
I'm the empanada, very hungry. All right, give me like 10 minutes.
All right.
Sound good? Okay. I'm so happy that he loves empanadas and he loves Taco Bell. Like, I will not fight you. We're gonna go to Taco Bell. So anyhow, but yeah, she said that to me. She's like, I love this art. She's like, well, where can I follow you? She's like, do you have an Etsy or anything like that? And I'm thinking, I have my Etsy on vacation because I'm taking a pause because I've been doing a lot and I need to recuperate and just, pull my energy back a little bit here. And, I just told her where she could find me on social media, and I'm like, you know what? I need to get my website going again. And then there's a whole debate between, should I do Etsy or should I have my own website? And I've been debating, do I just open that back up again? And I decided to go ahead And yesterday I went ahead, and basically purchased in on a plan to start my own website again. So, skin in the game, right? If you want me to talk on something like Etsy versus your own website, I hope to share a lot of creative knowledge. This things I've learned in business along the way as well. So if you enjoyed, I used to do business coaching for creatives. And then at the point that we purchased our house and we got so busy, I decided to, at that time, stop my program. But it was very successful. And I always enjoyed doing it as well. But, now feels like the right time to talk about it again and to kind of get into it again. So never say never, or you can put things on pause and pick it back up again, right? Again, you can stop, you can do whatever you want whenever you feel like it. So giving you permission to do that. So anyhow, yeah, she just really made me think, like, and she's not the only one. I sell a lot of my art here in person at the shop, and I'm like, I want to go back into that. I have so much art that I have not turned into things that I have done. And if you look into any of I was getting at my old notebooks in the last day or so. I was going through a box of stuff, and I've always been painting and like doing things and experimenting, and like, I'm just trying to think. What do I have in here? This is a palette knife painting that I did a long time ago, just on a whim. And I'm thinking that would be so pretty to take a picture of and turn it into a print, just as it is, or to be on the front of a card. That messy, shabby art. I love the palette knife art. So anyhow, this channel will now document for the future, for today and going forward, my journey back into building my own website again and stepping back into my my canvas art painting, bringing my designs to life. And it's amazing because there's so many places out there right now, and I'll talk about it as well as we go forward. So tell me if you're somebody as well, a creative that's trying to get something off the ground. Like, what is it that you're trying to do? Do you knit? Do you crochet? I don't know. Do you mosaic? What is it that you're trying to do, or that you would like to do? Because I tell you, I am here, and I have my tentacles out there very lightly, but I want to get serious about it. And so, like I said, I just purchased into to a website plan. I'd be happy to talk about just kind of my mindset and making decisions going forward as I step back into this, if you want something to follow. But yeah, we are now at this time, we are at a point where there's so many great resources as well, where if you want to make stickers with your art, right? If you want to, just turn your art into buttons, into pins, into calendars, into aprons. Like, there's so much that you can do. So I'm about to step in deeply into that arena, but you can fill in the blank with whatever it is that you're trying to grow in your life. And let me tell you, it's never too late. It's never too late to start something. It's never too late to come back to something. It's never too late to pivot. It's never too late to expand. No, if you're here today and you're watching this video, you can start this evening. You can start right now. So the first thing I would encourage you to do is to get a notebook that you love for all your ideas. I'm a big proponent of doing 2 things every day to move your business forward. If you want me to talk about more creative business stuff and you enjoy that, maybe you just enjoy following along, the story of somebody out there who is just, self-employed, navigating waters, using your own talents, your own secret sauce. Because let me tell you, oh my gosh, I get so excited about this. I love to talk about it, but you bring your own through your own lens, right? Your own perception, your own fingerprint, your own secret sauce. And that is what will bring the abundance to your life. Like, whatever it is, nobody can be you. So if you show up as yourself, that alone will set you apart. If you think about all the reasons why, you shouldn't start a business, or you're scared or whatever, just lean into being you. Just show up, be you, because nobody can be you. Nobody can paint like you. Nobody will put the touch onto it. Nobody will spin it the way you spin it in terms of your voice. You know, you learn things from different people. Like, have you ever heard two people talk about a subject and you're like, okay, I understand what you're saying. I cannot. Okay, I can't wrap my brain around it because this person here drilled it down to be a little simpler and I could actually, digest it. So the world needs what you have. And I'm excited for so many reasons. I could go on, but yeah, there's so much joy that comes to my life when I step into my painting, and I'm happy. So like, here's one that I did. I started work on this one years ago and never fully finished it. I'm gonna finish it, and I'm gonna turn her into a print. She's beautiful, I love it. She's a big moon for the moon children, moon people. There's a beautiful quote, and it says, usually the term moon child, maybe you're a night owl, you like to stay up, you love the idea of the moon, you're intoxicated with the moon, you romanticize the moon, and you really sit and meditate, and you pull a lot down from the moon. But you're just drawn to the moon, But I heard a quote the other day, and it says, the moon sees my soul. The moon sees my heart and my soul, and the sun sees my body, because it's dark at night, right? But the moon can still see a lot. Get what I'm saying? Like, the connection of the moon, it's beautiful. So I love conversations like that. Tell me if you do as well. The moon sees my soul, the sun sees my body. They're usually one or the other. All right. So with that, I am going to go ahead today. And I was just pulling my prints off, what I have in stock. And my first thing to do today is to find some frames. So I have to take pictures, because for my website, and I'll share my website once I get some things on it, because it's literally in the draft stage right now. I'm just getting started. But remember, we do 2 things every day to move your business forward. So for me today, I am going to take pictures of the prints that I have. I have taken so many pictures of my prints, and I'm like, I switched phones. I have no idea where the pictures are. It's just easier to just retake the photos and do it today, in my phone quality today at this given time. And also I can set it up so it fits my website nice, and to have a flow of what I want people to feel. And so they know immediately if my art is for them or not, right? But what I'm gonna do is go find, I think I have this somewhere along the way, somewhere here hiding. It's a gold frame that I got at Hobby Lobby, and it was in the clearance section because it was broken. And give it to Sonia. She'll take anything. And so, and I'm like, I can fix that. That's perfect. So I use it to like stage my prints into. Just know that if you do something like that, you have to I'll take a picture of the print as is, but I also put it in a frame so people can imagine, if they put it in a frame, how it really just kind of elevates everything. But just make sure if you ever do that you have to put a little clause in at the bottom that says frame is not included, because some people can think, I bought it because I thought I was getting the frame. So just cover yourself and be very clear and very specific. It's the best way to be when you're working on online. In person, you can tell somebody, or they can see it, or there's a note, but don't forget to do that online as well. All right, friends. Well, I will see you guys again tomorrow. I'm excited to start this journey. I've just been collecting so many things, knowing in the back of my mind that I want to do this. I want to get back into it. I want to create basically an art shop collection here at my brick and mortar, a little space, or maybe a big one, a space filled with all kinds of just cozy art that just makes you feel good, and also at the same time have an online website, so that way I have that way to sell as well, because it's really important this day and age to have an online website. Especially if you work from home, people are not coming to your home. I have a brick and mortar, so I'm seeing people on a day-to-day basis. But the idea of being able to populate a website, for me, I have a goal to do more traveling in my life, and I want to be able to create art, create prints, make the piece of art one time, turn it into something, turn it into multiple things beautiful, and have a place where, people can find it, and I can continue to sell it from there. So anyhow, I'll take you along on all of the whole breakdown of kind of like my mastermind in my brain. But anyway, hope this was fun. Tell me if you enjoy these, just talking, I guess, talking head videos, you would call it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing in life. I hope you're doing good things. All right. Empanadas. Oh, wait. Matt's going to be so happy to see me come around the corner. Bye, guys.